Good morning. Here we are again on another first Saturday to begin another month. I am Courtney Lee Smith, so I welcome you here to this workshop as a part of the Relationship Service Station that is brought to you by the I Am Her platform. So I'm excited to continue this journey with I Am Her, healed, equipped, and resilient. And we have been on this journey for just a little moment. And this is our 25th episode. And I want to give you a little backstory. So just in case this is your first episode, I would love for you to go back and watch the other 24 episodes that definitely speak to you about your grief journey. So the backstory here is we began doing the COVID season when it was at its height, and we needed something to push us and to shift us beyond our loss. So this is where we are, and we have to recognize when we're talking here, we're talking to ourselves as we are the vehicle that God created for us to get to the final destination that God has for us. And we know on this journey there are lots of ups and downs and potholes and pitfalls. So I want to jump in today to give us 3 quick tips on how not to get stuck, so that we keep it moving, so that we can continue to thrive no matter what may come our way, because things are going to happen. Things are going to come our way. And if we notice today's message is about the support system through grief. Through. We always need a support system. So understanding ourselves as vehicles, what gets us through, what moves us, what keeps us going. And when I was thinking of this analogy, here in the Relationship Service Station, I was thinking about tires. Um, tires, no matter what, they got to keep moving. Now, because if you have blowouts, if you have leaks, so the tires need to be a great support system. So when I was thinking about that support system, what is the support system that you have on this journey of life? And we always talk about, we have these circles that we have in our life, these people that we have in our life. So it made me think about tires, because we have these circles around us to keep us moving, to encourage us, to give us hope, to provide movement, to provide positiveness in our life. And so I was like, okay, so these circles that we have in our lives, and if you think about it, that means we have more than one circle. We always talk about, we have these niches and close things, but you have more than one, because you have more than one thing that you're carrying or dealing with in your life. You got personal things, you got professional things, you got little bitty individual things. So let's talk about what type of vehicle you are, and then you can identify how many tires you got to have depending on what you're carrying and what you're supporting and what you're going through. So if you all didn't know, I am going to give you a scripture. It's a scriptural foundation to carry us through this. So when I was thinking about these tires, God gave me the scripture 3 John 1:8. 3 John 1:8. And it says, we ourselves should support them so that we can be their partners as they teach or they work the truth. So it is 3 components that I'm going to share with you all today that you can grab up, so that this is your monthly nourishment to roll through. So I'm saying this for you. You don't have to do this alone. It shouldn't be an isolated journey. You have to have tires in your life. You have to have people to hold you up, because if you're sitting on blocks and you have no tires, that means you are going nowhere. You could be a beautiful vehicle, magnificent, everything in pristine condition, but if you don't have tires, a circle of people that are keeping you moving, the motion in your life, you are missing out on the journey. So let's get to the journey, you all. So we remember, if you're just jumping in, 3 John 1:8. 3 John 1:8. So it's a beautiful morning and a beautiful place to be, even if we are going through something. So the 3 components, one is, of course, you need support. These tires have this circle of support. And as I said, depending on what type of vehicle if you're 18 wheeler, that means you have 18 different tires, because you need to support all the weight that you're carrying. So that's the question you have to ask yourself. What has God given me to carry? Am I 18 wheel, or am I a motorcycle? I don't have a lot of baggage. I don't have a lot of things that God has assigned me. I might have a passenger, or it might just be me and a backpack and a little load. And we all know there are different types of motorcycle now. You got a 3-wheeler, you got a 2-wheeler, you even got some 4-wheelers, depending on how they have designed these motorcycles now. But this is where you have to give yourself an inspection and say, what type of support do I need? How many tires do I need? Do I need a spare tire? Because I know at one point somebody in my circle is going to get pierced and there is going to be a leak and they can't support what I'm carrying any longer. And so in that, when we're thinking about the support system, are you carrying more than your assignment? Have you picked up more than your assignment? Are you carrying more than that? So on this journey, when you're thinking about the amount of people that you need in your circle, because the more weight you have, the more people you need to help you carry it through. And you need to identify, is this personal? Is this professional? Is this mental, emotional? Where do I need the support at? And what am I carrying? So that is, very crucial in this point. How many people, what is it that I need, and what are they helping me carry? So those are the questions that you need to answer when you talk about support. And in this scripture, it talks about we. So that means it never talks about you having to do it alone. Yes, it's an individual process. The shift and the movement is an individual process, but it is something that you do with other people. So this is something that you realize, yes, I need help. Yes, I need a support system. Yes, but I have to identify, just like anything else. I want good tires. I want tires that have tread. I want tires fully inflated. I don't need to find people who are carrying so much stuff themselves that they cannot support me. And so that is the thing when it talks about this we gather together to support. And it says we ourselves, so that being you're supporting somebody else in their drama or situation later on as well. So identify the tires that you need, identify what type of tire you are. And this is a process. We should not just jump out there and just be rolling with anybody. And that's the key. We should not jump out there and just be rolling with anybody. There are specific support systems that you need for your specific journey, for your assignment, and what you are carrying. So think about that as number one. And then it talks about partnering. So in this place, you're partnering, because it says we ourselves should support them so that we can be their partners. Be their partners. What's a partner? That means I'm getting into a contractual relationship with you to say that I want to go where you're going for a specific time frame. When we sign this partnership up together, what are we signing up to do together? What have we agreed to do together? And that's when it takes communication to happen. What is going on with you? What are we gathering here to do? What is it that we are called to do together? Sometimes we partner up with people on the wrong assignments, and that is how we get off track. They become our support system, but they become the people who carry us outside of our destination. So that makes what I'm saying, are you on a healthy grief journey, or do you have somebody who's carrying you to an addiction? They're shopaholic like you are. This is what y'all partner together to do, to shop every time something hurts. Or are you all eataholics? Y'all have partnered together that every time something, you all become emotional eaters. Have you partnered with somebody that feeds the negative and you're not on a positive journey? So make sure you're partnering with people who are carrying you on a path of positive progress. Who are not just carrying you through stuff, but they're carrying you through a place of positive. Because that's why I say you have to check who your partners are before you sign these contracts with them. What are they going to do for you? And what are you agreeing to do with them? So that is very important on this journey, because we are already in a place where you are hurt. So you don't need somebody else hurt to come along to feed your hurt. You need somebody to come along to help you heal and strengthen and grow on the journey, so we can get beyond the loss and beyond just band-aids. You know, we don't need band-aid people. We need a support system. We need true partners. And the key on that really resonated with me in this particular scripture was people who teach the truth or people who workers of the truth. So that last thing, it just tied it in. Teaching the truth and workers of the truth. So what is the truth about grief? Grief is something that each and every one of us are going to go through. Teachers of the truth, because they can tell you that season is going to hit your life. So you don't go to a place and you say, woe is me. And you don't stay in a pity party. So you need people to teach you that it's not a pity party that you stay in. It's not a place of darkness that you stay in. It's a place of process that you go through. So as they teach the process, give you the formula to actually going through grief, processing your mourning, understanding bereavement, no matter how heavy it may seem, they teach you how to get back to the light so you don't get stuck in the pitfalls and the dark places. So we all need teachers, people who are helping us do the work of the truth, because God already said that we were going to go through things. We were going to go through the valleys in our lives. Those are promises. Those are things that are in his word. No matter what, we have to go through. And so we need people to teach us how to navigate the through so that we make it to the thrive, so that we can continue to see the truth and we don't get caught up in fear. We don't get caught up in anxiety. And those are the things that we need teachers and workers of in our lives of the truth. So I gave you all this scripture because it really resonated with me, because it asked me the question, can I support people? Do I partner with people? And do I teach? And am I a worker of the truth? And I had to analyze those things because I want to make sure that I can support you through your grief. And the thing is, yes, I may not be the tire from everybody. Good morning. Good morning. I believe that says Evan or Evar. Good morning. Welcome to today's Shifting Through Grief workshop. Welcome. And the thing is, I want you all to know, pick that scripture and understand that is a word for you for this month, a word for you to work through and find how it actually speaks to you. Find the support system. What is it that you need? What type of vehicle you are? What are you carrying? So that the tires support what you're carrying. Because if you get the wrong size, the wrong amount of air, whether it's too much, and that means somebody who's just talking a good game, they full of air, but they do not have the capacity to hold the pressure that you're going to put on the road because of where you need to be. And you need to make sure what type of partnership agreements you are signing, because you don't want to partner with people who are not taking you on a positive progress journey. You want to partner with people who are positive, not taking you on a negative journey. We already have enough negativity in our life, enough woe is me, enough pitying. We need to understand that God never gives us anything more than we can bear, no matter how bad the situation is. The situation may be bad, but the lesson and the process is good for us. And so for us to have good grief, we have to understand the lessons that are in there for us. So we have to find teachers and workers of the word who actually give us the scripture so that we have godly strategies to actually walk through. So I thank you all as always for joining me here on this first Saturday. And as I said, please take an opportunity to look at the link and watch the previous episodes, the previous 23 episodes of some of the godly strategies to walk you through, to help you work through your grief and your loss so that you can thrive no matter what. So I am glad that you all join me here, whether it's in the live or replay, but definitely take advantage of the opportunity, connect with me for the next 365 days on your particular journey to grab some tools to do the inside work so that we can all heal, be equipped, and be resilient so that you can get some of the tools that will help you mentally, emotionally be the best version of yourself, the vehicle that God created you to be. And I look forward to seeing you here on this platform again, talking about on First Saturday, shifting through grief and beyond loss.